Hello everyone, I'm back. It's 3:58 p.m. So I'm gonna turn the light off. Hold on, I hope I don't fall out the bed. Ah, get the other one. Okay. So oh, I came in this room. It was. They said it was 70 degrees, but it was freezing in here. So yeah. So this is what happened. Oh, I am so sleepy and tired. I'm feeling asleep deprived. I feel tired enough that I need a nap. But I heard it's not good to try to take a nap after 2 p.m. So I guess I'll try to force myself to stay awake until later tonight. So, um, well, I don't go to that cafe at the downtown library no more because um of that incident with that man that works there. So I don't go there no more. So I was trying to figure out what to eat for lunch. Okay. And so but let me back up. The video that I did talking about the man who was filming me, and he was wearing a black shirt and his wife was wearing a red shirt with black stuff on it and black shorts, and I forgot what kind of shorts he had on, maybe khaki or whatever. But the man was bold enough to film me, and I was in the middle of rewatching some of my videos that I did earlier this morning. And so he had already walked off. I mean, he was bold enough to film me to my face, in front of my face. And so the time it took for me to take out my earbuds and then try to put him on film, they had already left, which was gaslighting because they knew they were criminals and they knew they were gang stalking criminals and they knew they were wrong. So it was a semi-elderly white couple, and it was the man that was filming me, like I did something wrong. When I was playing back and watching some of my other videos that I did earlier this morning, you know, because my anxiety was high, I was bored, I was angry, um, you know, my anxiety was high and having to deal with being on the streets and stuff. So I look back, they disabled the gang online gang stalkers disabled the comments on that video, and I got 5 thumbs down and no thumbs up. But I try to talk about what just happened. But see, the gang stalkers, they be trying to be slick and stuff, you know. So then, um, I said, well, since I had bread this morning, but then again, I ended up eating bread anyway. So I'm too tired to even tell the story about what happened, but I'm gonna tell it anyway. So I was too tired to order Jimmy John's, and so I, like when I walked, excuse me, I walked out. As I was walking out of the library, immediately after they had this younger female. She looked mixed. I don't know if she was biracial or what, but and then they had a black guy, and so he walked out of. They both walked out of the library together. He said, "Well, why? Hey, why you quit Alsco?" And I told him about. I thought he was an innocent person. You know, I thought he was innocent, but when he asked me why you quit Asco, and I told him about being bullied off the job and stuff, and his response was like he made it like as if I was telling him a bullshit story. So then I realized that was that same perp. He had that same. I didn't realize that was the same guy that when they bullied me off the job, and I left and was waiting for my Uber ride, that's that same motherfucker who drove onto the Alsco property with the one bottom headlight in a white Acura. That exact same Acura, and I didn't realize that was the same guy. But how he knew that was me, and how he knew the story about me quitting. So that was some weird shit right there, you know. And it's like, and then I had saw some more gang stalking activity, like a white, I'm sorry, a red SUV with one brake light or one tail light that passed right by the guy's Acura, as the pearly off white Acura SUV. As I was, and I'm like, wow, I just walked out of the library and couldn't barely cross the street, and already getting heavy perp activity and not even going that far of a distance. So I went to this other cafe, and I ended up getting like a, because of the money that was donated to me from online yesterday. Thanks y'all again. You know, that money, well, I was able to buy breakfast and lunch today, and so for for yeah, so for lunch I had like a, not a pulled pork, but a different kind of cut up pork with barbecue sauce on it. It was good, and some potato chips, and it came with like a pickle spear, and I didn't want the baby cherry tomato, but I loved they had the sprouts that came with, you know, the sprouts or whatever. And so I also had this kind of like banana bread with some good, look like citrus flavored cream cheese that go on it, and that was good too. It was interesting. And so they had these two elderly ladies. They were white. You know, I'm just saying for description. And um, one of them dropped her eyeglasses, and I was like, "You sorry, you dropped your glasses." No, I meant to say, "Excuse me, you dropped your glasses." You know, I'm glad that the workers there gave me like a very warm welcome. You know, and excited and happy, like, you know, excited to, you know, to welcome me there. And that was my first time going to that cafe, and I'm glad that they were excited and welcomed me there. You know, the workers. And so then the two elderly ladies, like I think it was, I was pretty much done most of my food, and I was looking at this little sign inside the restaurant, and I was trying to read this little sign that they had, and one of the ladies that was customers, the two ladies that were sitting next to at the table next to me, they were customers, and one of them, the one who I said, told her about the glasses falling on the floor, and she she said, "What you reading?" And so I was trying to show her, you know, what was behind her, that sign that I was reading, and she read it too. And it's like, well, wow. Well, I guess she had her glasses on, and I'm like, well, because I kind of struggled to read it a little bit, and so it looked like she was able to read it better than I could. Like, you know, I guess with her glasses, her vision seemed like it was better than mine. But I used to wear glasses when I was younger, but I haven't worn glasses in years. You know, so it was like a handwritten sign or something. That's kind of why I couldn't really make out. I was trying to read it and trying to figure out what it was saying, you know. So then we talked and chit chatted for a while, and they were telling me, one of them, I guess one of them was an English teacher, and another one said that she was from like a PE teacher to a special ed teacher. So they were both teachers, and they were both friends, former like retired teachers or whatever. And they were telling me how they would travel to England and throughout Europe, and with a few friends, and said that they traveled to Nova Scotia, Canada, and you know, and they were telling me some interesting stories about their little travels and stuff. And the other lady had she was kind of sad to leave Pensacola and said that she got to go to move to Missouri by her grandson so that they wouldn't put her in a nursing home. But I'm like, wow, your senses, both of them, their senses is all there, all the way. You know, so um, the lady was saying that she was sad to have to leave the house that she grew up in and have to go by her grandson in Missouri and go move by him over the weekend. And so I figure, well, since the other lady said she was an English teacher, I offered to show her my short stories, but they were only able to. They said they only had time to read one of them. They didn't have time to read the other one. I was gonna show them two, but they only had time to read one. So they I guess try to critique or edit or tell me what grammar problems I had or whatever. And they pointed out three little mistakes. But they said that it was very well written and that I should, you know, be hooked up with the some kind of um writing organization here in Pensacola that I didn't know about, you know. And they said it was a black lady who was running the program, I think. And so the other lady told me she very much had faith in me. I mean, not, I don't want to use the word faith, but she said she pretty much, not faith, but I forgot what she said. I don't remember whether she said faith, confidence, or some other word, but more like, I'm just paraphrasing when she said she had more like confidence in me, and that I could do that she said she sees a lot of potential in me. Yeah, that's what she said, to do for me to do very, very, very well as a writer. They said they really liked the short story that I wrote called Horace the Bird Watcher. That was one of my stories I put my all into, and um, it wasn't my top favorite, but it was one of my favorites. And a few other people said they really, really liked that short story. So Horace. But I was just looking up regular using my baby name app, and I didn't realize the connection Horus. But it's like, wow, could I change the name of the instead of Horace? I forgot all about Horus, the bad one. You know, but I didn't even click on the connection between. Yeah, they both sound alike. you know, so but I didn't, because sometimes you certain things is like disconnected and at the back of your head, and you can't make two and two together. So I wasn't even thinking, and I in no way was trying to you know, because I don't even attempt to try to do anything occult like. But somebody had pointed that out, the connection between Horace and Horus. And I'm like, I forgot all about that and wasn't even thinking. I just chose a random name, you know, and but everybody else, but they didn't say that. They weren't pointing out anything occult or anything like that. I'm just saying another person did that. But they said that they thought the short story was very, very well written and very good grammar. But well, they said that a couple of times that I may have had too many commas or something, or whatever. But I guess it's that me writing. I realized that too. I think that there was a point in time I felt like maybe I used too many unnecessary commas, and And so I try to minimize the commas. And so and they said that when I mentioned about a peace of mind, they said take out the word a and just say peace of mind. And so, well, I've heard people say some peace of mind, have some peace of mind or something like that. So I said have a peace of mind in a short story, you know. So they said, oh, take out the a, you don't need that, you know. So so I never really had anybody much critique my writing or whatever, but you know, like people in the writing community on Twitter, I share my short stories, and I know that on my blog, due to the gang stalking, I um, have my comments off to protect my mental health, so that the online gang stalkers won't tell me things harsh enough to drive me to want to commit suicide. And they're so evil for trying to do that. And they'll try to get you through the phone. They try to get in whatever opening that they could. So I try to protect my mental health by, you know, I just turned the comments off on my blog because they harassed me so bad with the buy me a coffee and everything. I just don't need that, you know. So I'm trying to protect my mental health and go on about my life and try to live like normal. I mean, I already have the telephone scatologia perk that keep on her, and it's like harassing me through the phone. And I don't know if he's the only one or if it's other people. I get harassing calls and text messages, and a lot of spam phone call. I mean, spam, not phone calls, spam text messages as well. So these ladies, you know, they complimented me very well on the my short story, and said that I have a whole lot of, they see a lot of potential in me, and that they really, they said that it was very interesting and they really enjoyed the short story, you know. But I personally felt like the sweet feet and shiny toes short story would, I thought it would be kind of awkward, but after you read the whole short story, then you'll see where I'm coming from. A short story about a guy having shiny toes. But that kind of made me, when I wrote that short story, kind of, I used to have weird thoughts when I was younger and still do, you know, but um, when I was 7 years old, I used to have weird thoughts about people having shiny toes or sweet feet or something. Or actually, I was 6 years old and had this weird thought about if people had sweet feet or shiny toes over there. Weird, I don't know. But I heard my strange thoughts stem from dissociation and early childhood trauma and abuse and stuff, you know. So I wrote a short story about, you know, a guy having sweet feet or shiny toes or whatever. And they, like when we were in Taekwondo martial arts, which I didn't realize that was a cult in New Age Taekwondo. So in 2005, before Hurricane Katrina, I was taking Taekwondo again in my adulthood life, and I didn't find out till 2013 or something that Taekwondo is evil and demonic. So I quit Taekwondo. So my mind really started to split. I mean, started to go weird. You know, years ago I was 6, 7, and 8 years old taking Taekwondo, and I didn't realize I was spiritually and demonically oppressed as a child, and then being in a cult too, the fake IDMR cult. I think I was spiritually and mentally messed up, very bad as a child. And all they could do is put me on psychic medications. I didn't know what the hell was going on. I was a kid. I didn't know. And then dealing with such abuse, early childhood abuse and everything. So I remember when we were in probably in first or second grade, and they had this guy named Mario, and he had, I think he was half black, half Salvadorian, and he had a brother named Carlos. and Carlos was 19 and Mario was like 13, and Mario was a big 13, big huge 13. And so people used to laugh at and make fun of Mario at Taekwondo karate class. They used to laugh at and make fun of Mario, saying that his feet, that the heel part of his feet looked identical and exactly like a pencil eraser, a number two pencil eraser. And they everybody was laughing at and making fun of him for that. So so anyway, I try to be just like creative and different. Everybody else, their minds is like on one on on one path, but my mind is somewhere else, like somewhere different. Um, and I heard that that's a part of being like creative or something. Thinking outside the box and just being different. But sometimes it just comes natural. But I'm glad that I got out of the cult, and I didn't know no better. I was young, taking Taekwondo. The foster mom, I think the biological brother's friend Wyatt. I'm sorry. The biological brother Wyatt's friend Leon. The biological brother Wyatt's friend Leon had invited us to take martial arts, take Taekwondo, and we liked it so much, but we didn't know it was evil. And people say, "Oh, you're inviting demons into your life when you mess with the occult or New Age or something." But I repented from the fake IDMR cult and martial arts and all that, and I did it out of ignorance, and I was young, and I was forced to, with the cult and everything. And so I became a Christian, turned to Jesus Christ. I don't mess with none of that no more, and I just try to stay mentally clean. I don't even write dirty anymore, really, that much, or I try to not think dirty, but I have unwanted, intrusive thoughts with the OCD. Unwanted, intrusive thoughts with the OCD. That's too embarrassing and shameful to even talk about. But those aren't my thoughts, and that's not what I think willfully. It's like a constant battle to fight the thoughts out of my mind. And it causes me more distress and anxiety for those thoughts to enter my mind without my consent and against my will. So anyway, both of those ladies, one gave me, both of them gave me $100 each, and so it was cash. So they gave me $100 each in cash. So, and they told me to use the money for a hotel, you know, and I told them, well, basically certain hotels and motels that, well, I couldn't tell them about my targeting, but that I'm banned from or I can't go there. And then, so I'm glad they understood. So they told me to find like a cheaper hotel, you know, and this is one of the cheapest ones that I could find that does not require a deposit. They don't require a deposit here. So I got on the bus. I got on the bus and rode here. Same bus but two routes, but it was a long ride, like almost an hour and a half. Very long ride. But I made it over here with only 85 cents. It costs 85 cents since I'm disabled instead of $1.75. 85 cents. But I'm glad the bus ride was peaceful and okay, you know. Well, and so then I got off the bus and um I came over here. They said that it costed, well, on the app it would have been, if I would have paid on the app and had it, you know, funds in the enough funds in the bank, and do it on the app, it would have cost me $89 plus tax, $100. But I had to. They paid me in cash, and I came in person, paid in person and through cash. So it was $104 plus tax, $117. And so out of 200, you know, I would have, I almost, well, I didn't have quite enough to do a second night. They told me to do, enough for a couple of nights, but all I had enough was, you know, one night. But so I set aside $10 to make sure I get laundry done this time. I am so tired right now, but hopefully I could be a little bit more rested tomorrow morning and do the laundry tomorrow morning. So then I guess after tomorrow morning, I would have to be back on the streets. But at least I have a tiny bit of something. But I thought about asking for help with like maybe 40 or 50 more dollars, to make ends meet for maybe another night, if I could get help with that, if possible. But I don't know. I might have to just be back on the streets again tomorrow night. But if I could get help with like another 40 or $50, then I can help make ends meet for another night to do, for another night. And then I could get laundry done, since I didn't get to do it last time because I was angry and upset about, what was going on last week. So this week, I'm still not over what happened because it's still kind of fresh in my mind. It's still shocked, hurt, and feeling all kinds of ways. So, I'm feeling a little bit more functional and a little bit better this week, even though I had a crazy week and stuff like that, And I would like to get rested up today, and I wish if I could have help with 50 more dollars, 40 or 50, more dollars, then, I could rest another night and I can, take a couple more baths, showers, or whatever. I can get laundry done. I can be better, well rested, and work on some more writing, whether it be short stories, blogs, or whatever, blog posts or short stories or whatever, But I'm too mentally dead right now. Well, I don't want to say dead. That's too harsh, but I'll say that I need my body recharged like a battery. Like for me to get sleep, I guess that's recharging my battery, and then to be refreshed tomorrow or something. I don't know, but so yeah, I'm so glad and thankful that you know, wow, those. I mean, if I didn't go to that little cafe, then I would still physically be at the library right now. I would still be at the library right now, and I would have to be sleeping on the streets tonight. And also, one of the ladies had paid for my lunch too. She paid for my lunch, her friend's lunch, and her lunch. All three of our lunch. She said, "Don't worry." She told me, "Don't worry about it." She paid for the lunch. She paid for the lunch, and each of them two gave me $100 each. Enough for a hotel room. And regarding the the work boots and pant, I accidentally I accidentally stretched and hurt my hair. Um, I accidentally stretched my hair and hurt my scalp. But well, the what else was I gonna say? I forgot what else I was gonna say. But so okay, so the I still have not had an answer yet on I have not had an answer yet on an update on whether or not I got the job. I mean, they seem like they hire everybody. Well, everybody who wants to work, I guess. So but it's scary because I think they're trying to say that people were trying to say you don't get no breaks or nothing. That sounds scary, you know. But I heard it's potentially kind of like good money, but then again, I don't know. I'm not sure. You know, but it's really I'm scared. I'm really scared though. But so I need to be like, well, I don't know if I'm gonna get the job, but I don't know if they might have like enough people that they may not need me, or I don't know what will happen, or if they might call me up and hire me to work. So but I don't want to go and get the work boots and the pants and then end up not getting hired or not getting the job. So that's why I'm saying like maybe I should hold off on that until I get a final answer. And then after I get the final answer, then I can see if I can ask for help, for some work boots and work boots and work pants. So if I can have, help with work boots and work pants, but not yet, not yet. I gotta wait for a final answer. But I'm so thankful and glad, that that lady paid for my lunch, and then they both came together with $100 each, and gave me you know, so maybe it must have been meant, for me to go to that cafe and try something new, you know, and for me to try something new and a place I never tried before. And I would like to go back, and they have extremely limited hours and only open on weekdays. So excuse me. But yeah, my throat is itching for some reason. Excuse me. So, but if I haven't checked today, later on today, I have not checked to see if it's gonna rain tonight or what the weather was gonna be like. But it was raining earlier, and then it looked like the sun is out. Now I'm not sure, but then again it started to be cloudy again. So I'm not sure, but I heard that I saw that the forecast is supposed to rain every single day for the next at least week or so, 10 days or so. So as much as I would like to take a nap, I'm not going to. I'm gonna like I usually do when I've been on the streets for a few days or a couple of weeks even, and I go into a hotel or a motel, and the first thing I gotta do is take a shower and get cleaned out. Like take a shower and wash my hair and get cleaned off and get some clean change of clothes. Get change of clothes and stuff. So that helped me feel really great, to be told that I have very good potential as, a great writer and stuff. And I want to work on more writing, but it's like even when I was working at um Seville Quarter, and I would take a shower at the YMCA, and on my off day, or even sometimes after work, and even when I was working at the high schools in Gulf Breeze, in the high school and middle school, I tried to I tried to work on whenever I could squeeze in some time, I would try to work on, some short stories, or or something like that, because I didn't have my blog then. After I had already quit the high school and the middle school job, it was like December 30th, 2021 was when I started with that blog, Gang Stalked Creole Author, because I got tired of, the censorship. But it seems like they found covert ways to censor me on there, but I can still post whatever I want and it won't be deleted on there. So I'm having mixed feelings about this possibly potential job, because I don't know if I do get it. It seems like it's gonna be some both good and bad aspects. I don't know. I have to see for myself. But it sounds exciting but intimidating at the same time. You know. So the previous video, I'm not sure if it's uploaded, but last week I was four doors down from where I'm at now, and to do a full video and upload it, it took 5 hours to upload. But I guess this room seems like the Wi-Fi is a little faster over here. So but thanks so much, y'all. I mean, it's like only the gang stalkers get mad and say that my writing is horrible, my writing is bad, and then at the same time they sleep deprive me, and they also, if I try to work on a blog or a short story, sometimes they give me an electronic ass whipping, severe electronic ass whipping with the directed energy weapons, on purpose to force me to stop writing. And if I try to be stubborn and try to ignore them, try to ignore the electronic attacks, it gets more unbearable. The torture gets more unbearable, into where I'm forced to obey and submit and comply and stop writing. So yeah. So today is Wednesday. It's just Wednesday. It ain't Friday yet. But I say this week went by slow, but last month went by fast, but but so it's Wednesday. I'm sitting there thinking it's Thursday or Friday already, but it's Wednesday. Yesterday I thought it was Wednesday or Thursday, but it was Tuesday, and I was just confused about the days of the week and had to keep looking at my phone. So I am so sleepy right now, but I don't know yet what I want to eat. But they told me, you know, I guess they told me to make sure I have enough money left over or something to be able to eat and stuff too. But it looks like I only have enough for one night, and then can do some laundry, and then could eat good, you know, and and so I'm glad I was able. That seemed very heartwarming. And then the stories that they told me, you know, it was interesting, you know, about their trips to England and Nova Scotia with friends and stuff, you know. But I don't remember if I told them briefly about going to study abroad in Costa Rica before Hurricane Katrina, you know. So I'm gonna get off here and well if I could get help with an extra $50, 40 or $50, I can try to get another night here. But if not, then I guess I have to be forced to go check out at 11 and then go back on the streets. So I'm gonna go for now, and I'm gonna go for now and take a shower and see y'all next video.